All right. So, for those of us who don't know who you are, I do, but the rest of the world would like to know who you are.
Yeah.
What is your name?
Hi world, my name is called Shileen. How are you doing? How are you doing? No, I'm sorry, I'm a bit nervous, so I'm just gonna... So apologies.
That's fine, I needed that laugh. We good? So Shileen, tell us a little bit about yourself.
So my name is Shileen, as I mentioned before. I live in London. I was going to give my age, but you know what? I shall not, because my age doesn't actually tell how I look. So I'm going to keep that to myself. Profession-wise, I have done quite a lot. So I've always had like a 9-to-5, and my 9-to-5 has been in welfare to work. So that has been mainly helping people back into employment, training or education. And I've worked with different target groups. It could be vulnerable people. I've worked with people with health issues, mental health, or elderly people. Outside of my 9-to-5, because I feel like I'm an introvert and extrovert, and my 9-to-5, I feel like it fulfills my more introverted side because I love to help people. And on top of that, I just feel like my natural given gift, I don't know, people just open up to me. I literally have random people sometimes just stop me on the street, and then even when I just generally speak to someone for the first time, they just tell me their business. So just keeping it as it is. So a lot of people tell me that I'm their vault, but for me, I also have an extrovert side where I like to be out, I like to mingle, I like a soft life, you know. So at one point in my life, I just felt like, what else could I do? And then I went into events, and through events, I've done event management and project managed. And I've done my own events. So I've done festivals, I've done weddings, I've done launches. I've done quite a lot. I even had a podcast as well, which came off of the back of my women empowerment event that I had, I think in 2017. That was actually hosted by Maya Jama, but this was just before she blew up. Big up yourself, Maya Jama, and love to see everything of what you're doing. And from since doing events, I've just gone more so into entrepreneurship of doing things. So during COVID, I also started up like a food business, but just due to having wrong partners, that didn't go ahead, but we might see that come back again. And then more of recent, I have started up a family business, which is a 100% natural juice business called Pure Squeeze. Do you follow us on Instagram? It's Pure Squeeze Juices _ by the way. And that is a family business that is being done by myself, my sister who's here that you can't see her name's called Carice, build up yourself too. And my other sister, Rochelle, who's not here, my brother, Taquan, and my mum is really the core part of the business because she's the person that makes the juices, and it was inspired by my nan. And I'm going to stop there because I feel like I'm chatting a lot.
All right. So clearly we know that you are multifaceted. So you are an entrepreneur.
Yes.
You do training, recruitment. You are a vault for persons.
Yes.
So you're a good listener. So with all of these things you've done, what is one of your biggest success?
Interesting. I don't think I have my biggest success yet. And that might sound like I'm being hard on myself in regards to the accomplishments that I have. And I would like to say I definitely have given myself a tap on the back along the way. But in regards to what it is that I really want to do in regards to my goal, which is to really have a legacy within my family and really to be able to retire my parents, for me, until I do that, then that is when I would classify myself as being successful. But I will say I definitely feel like I'm on the way. That's just me being honest. Okay.
You can add being family oriented to the list. You mentioned women empowerment.
Yeah.
As a young female entrepreneur.
Yeah.
What tips would you give a young lady, a young woman who's listening to you from Antigua and Barbuda or from the diaspora? What tips would you give to that young person, to that young lady, to be successful at her business, or who's afraid to even start their business?
When it comes to being afraid, I would just say just step out and do it. you can sit in your mind and go over pros and cons all day long, but until you actually try it, you're never going to know. And I know that everyone says, when one door closes, another one opens, and it might just sound really like fluid, but it is the truth. And it just really depends upon you as a person. And if you really do believe in yourself, and you have the confidence, and when it comes to confidence, I don't feel like everyone's born with it. And people see me and might think I'm confident, but I definitely wasn't like this as a child. I feel like I have grown like this through my career of having to do training and things. I literally fake it till I make it. I'm gonna be so honest. And what that really does mean is that with practice, I used to stand in front of my mirror and practice speaking to myself. And so that has allowed me to be able to feel more comfortable. But would I say that I am completely confident in front of the camera? No, because internally I'm crumbling, but you can't see it. So that is in essence of what you have to somewhat do in business. You have to train yourself to be able to deliver what it is that you know that you want, and also what it is of what people are looking for. I would say back home, obviously, opportunities are not necessarily, it's not necessarily the same as it might be in London. And so what I will say though, is that with my cousins that are from Antigua, education-wise, you guys are further ahead of us. And so in regards to that, use that to your ability, and use that to your ability in the sense of, if you have social media, start reaching out to people over LinkedIn, because you have the education, you have the knowledge. It's just about someone giving you that opportunity to be able to go out there and get it. And I will also say, as well as that, look for everything that I do. I always try to look for a USP in things. Like, nothing is new. Everything has a blueprint for it. However, it's just that things can have a little bit of a niche. So look for something that has a USP and then sell it to the absolute max. And I would go from there. Oh, and then I would also add horticulture. People. It's going to be one of the biggest industries, if it's not one of the biggest industries at the moment. Try to look within the land of Antigua to see what you can do. And really, in regards to like partner, like what our parents used to do with partner and stuff, go back to that in regards to finding core people that are business-minded, align with you guys, and put your money together and do something over there. And then do what I said before. Go on LinkedIn, say that you have this land, this is what you can grow, and then start upselling it. That's the advice that I would give off my head.
Wow. We have a thing we call real talk.
Yeah.
I think that is as real as it gets. No facade. I think that is top tier advice.
Okay.
So just to end things off,
yeah,
are we going to see your juice on the shelves in our supermarkets back home in Antigua?
By the grace of God, we shall. We shall, because that is the goal. That is literally the goal. The goal is to really... I went Antigua 2 years ago. And for me to be able to get our homemade juices and food, I could only really get from like my nan or the people that I knew. What I want is for it to be in all of the supermarkets when people come over to Antigua. See, like how is it Digicel, the SIM card, Digicel everywhere. Carnival, Digicel. You be seeing pure squeeze. Amen.
And that is the goal. And
yeah,
obviously with the drive that you have and the passion with you and your family, I definitely think it's possible.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so
Shileen
much.
and Chris.
I appreciate it.
Who we can't see.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you.